Sunshine Moore here, creator of FitTech University and this podcast. We serve fitness instructors with technology solutions to run their virtual businesses. Through our digital course academy, our training lab, and our podcast, we bring education to you around the world. We believe that when we help you, you help others, and that is a mission we can all stand behind. We will help you with things like equipment, confidence on camera, how to set up your virtual studio, how to use marketing tools, what platforms you need, and we'll bring all of that to you here through our university courses, through our training lab, which is like a virtual fitness studio, and through our podcast with solo episodes and episodes with other people that are experts in things that we need to know. Thank you for listening, and we welcome and encourage your feedback. We cannot wait to serve you. At the time of this recording, I just finished an 8-mile training run this morning, and it was at my fastest clip. It was 9:12. That was my average mileage, or per mile, if you will. I'm training for a half marathon that's in 4 weeks, so that was exciting. And this Saturday, today is a Monday, not that you need to know that, but this Saturday I am going to be doing we call it Why I Run. Each Saturday at our church group run, somebody shares why they run. So this Saturday I'll be sharing that, and it's a pretty heartfelt story for me, why I run. And if you're interested in that, I can tell you more about that later. I'm also playing flag football. I had flag football yesterday. I play in a competitive flag football league. I play corner, which is not typical of females, but I'm pretty tough out there. And then on Saturday, I taught tennis and then played tennis. That's fun. I'm looking forward to a USTA tennis season where I don't have something broken. Last season, I had a boxer's fracture. And before that, I was actually out for quite some time from breaking my wrist, my right wrist. So pronation is really hard. But something glorious came out of that. I learned how to play left-handed tennis and absolutely love it. Now I play both ways. And then softball season started up as well. So that's really exciting for me to have all those things going on. I'm definitely an athlete at heart and love just competing, quite honestly. Professionally, I am releasing courses each month. This month is Confidence on Camera. Depending on when you're listening to this, other courses probably have been released, and you can go on to fittechuniversity.com and grab one of those courses. They're all to help virtual fitness instructors launch successful virtual businesses. And then I have an interview next week with another college to be an adjunct marketing faculty. I love, love, love teaching, so I would love to pick up another course or two at another college. And you'll see in the community college world that they are really leaning towards gaining staff or professors that have real world experience, because they know that that's their clientele of students. That's what they're looking for. And then family-wise, it's exciting there as well. My daughter is in soccer and tennis and gymnastics and dance. And when she was at her first soccer game of the season this past Saturday, she got a little bored and was doing gymnastics on the soccer field. She was doing a bridge, so she almost got hit in the head. But she's 5. It's all good. She loves dance, and she entertains mom by playing tennis because, quite frankly, mom is teaching. So it's just a little bit about what's going on in my personal world. Welcome to another great value-packed episode of FitTech University. Today we're going to talk about how to price your fitness offering. I was inspired to do this podcast by someone on Facebook. I was in a fitness group, and she asked me what my opinion is on the rate that she is charging people for her fitness offering. And I really thought that I wouldn't be doing her justice by saying, it depends, because that's the short answer. But here's the longer answer about how price is part of your overall business plan, and it's definitely part of your marketing plan, and how you can think about what price you want to charge for your fitness offering. You want to start at a higher level than just dollars and cents. because the first thing you actually want to evaluate is the most important. And it's number one, what is your time worth? What is your hourly rate? Have you ever thought about that? And it's not just the hour that you're delivering the fitness offering, right? You know this. It's all the prep time that went into that offering, your expertise in putting that together, your expertise in choosing the music, in delivering it, all of the calls before, all of the reach outs after. That all incorporates into this quote unquote 1 hour delivery. And it's important to factor in what your hourly rate is for doing all of that work. I can't necessarily tell you what that is in this moment on this podcast, but it's something that we explore within the university and our education offerings that we can help you further dial in that number. But in the example later that I give you in this podcast with real numbers, I'll give you a fictitious number so at least you can have an idea of where to start from with pricing your offer. The second thing you want to identify is what is your goal for this class that you're delivering per month, what you want to make on the class right after expenses, what you want to take in the entire year. And this is something that takes time to sit down and really forecast. It's longer term thinking than, again, me answering somebody in a Facebook question saying, what should I price this at? Is this a good number? Well, again, it depends. It depends on what your time is worth and what your goal is. Why are you doing this? What is your class meant to achieve? Are you there because you love serving people? Are you there to make a full-time income, a part-time income? Are you there for a reason that I didn't list here? So that is important for you to identify. What is your goal of delivering this, right? Because your goal is going to be different for somebody. If you are doing this full-time, this is your income, you are going to need to obviously charge more or get more people than somebody that's doing it part-time as passive fun income. And I don't mean fun in a disrespectful way. I hope that came across as fitness should be fun, right? And a lot of people like to teach it, including myself. I used to teach it for fun. It was passive income, and it was my quote-unquote fun job that was in addition to my W-2 job. And I use the phrase W-2 job. I'm getting that from all the real estate training that I am undergoing right now. Number 3, who do you serve? This is so important to do whether you're pricing your offer or not. You need to know who you serve because we do not serve all people in all levels. And the more you try to do that, the less successful you're going to be at really targeting your messaging and your teaching to the one avatar or target market or niche client that you are trying to serve. And usually when we serve all people and try to teach all levels and all formats, it's usually fear-based. It's usually fear-based that if I niche down, I won't have enough people. I won't have enough people to draw from. Or you might have some other objection you're inserting right now in your head. But if you listen to all of the marketing experts, and it doesn't have to be me necessarily, I am a marketing instructor at the college level, I urge you to think about it in a less fearful way and more of that serving way that I know you are the type of person that serves. That's why you're a fitness instructor. So if you are serving a particular avatar, we call it an avatar, a particular group, a particular type of person, you are going to be able to reach them and help them even more than if you're trying to help everybody with 12 different things. You can help with narrowing in and really helping someone have success with their fitness journey. So let's review. Number 1 was, what is your time worth? Number 2, what is your goal? Number 3, who do you serve? Number 4 is something called the 4 P's of marketing. Back when I got my MBA, that's what we called it. And the 4 P's of marketing, it's a marketing mix. And I'll just tell you what it is to make it make more sense to you. It's the product that you have, the price, the promotion, and the place. That means your product, let's say this also includes the quality of your product, the design of your product, the packaging, the branding, and that is your fitness product, right? So the quality of your fitness offering, how do you brand it? There's not necessarily physical packaging, but how do you package it as an offer as a virtual fitness instructor? Price, that's what this whole podcast is about. That includes the retail price of your product. Maybe you have payment plans. Maybe you have discounts, maybe you have credit card terms or cancellation fees. Those all fall under your pricing strategy. Promotion is the 3rd P. What kind of advertising do you use to promote your product? You have to factor that into your costs, right? Do you have people selling for you? Probably not. Do you have public relations help or somebody helping with things on, say, Instagram, creating content for you or creating a reel? Maybe you went on Fiverr and you hired someone for $5 to create a few carousel posts for you to really draw in that avatar, that niche client group. Promotion also includes all the emails that you're doing. Maybe you're still in a regular Gmail system, or maybe you've invested in a system that has automations like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or Constant Contact, something like that. Place. Place means it could be the retail location, but since this podcast is directed towards virtual fitness instructors, that is still a place, right? It's virtual. So you have to factor that in. Are you going to try to compete based on place? And when I mention these 4 Ps, you're building a strategy so that you can have a strategy to compete in 1, 2, 3, 4 of these places, right? How are you going to present as your unique offering in these 4 areas? Now, since the time that I actually graduated, which is 10 years ago with my MBA, and have continued to teach, there's actually, some people say there are now 7 Ps of marketing. So let me just tell you 3 more. And I think these are fair. The 5th one is physical evidence. What do I mean by that? Physical evidence refers to anything that provides proof of, say, the transaction, or the service that took place. Yes, a receipt is a convenient example, but you know what else is? A testimonial. Are you getting physical evidence? Do you want to compete on that, right? Next is people. That's number 6. And in the case of 7 Ps of marketing, people refers to employees that work with you or for you, and how well do they do that? So who is your team? Who is built around you? That Fiverr person creating the carousel, or maybe you have a virtual assistant in the Philippines that you hired on Upwork for $4 an hour, which is a full-time salary. If you give them enough hours, that's actually a great salary for them. My virtual assistant, currently I've had several, is from the Philippines. And I have to laugh for a second because I was on a call with someone from Wellness Living, which is a platform provider, and he wanted to connect via phone with my assistant, and my assistant emailed him back. Her name is Olivia, and she said, "I'm so sorry, sir. I live in the Philippines. We're not going to be talking on the phone, but this is how I schedule Sunshine's meetings. Here's her calendar invite. Pick a time that works for you." So we have a system set up. Maybe you do too, for optimizing our time, right? We're not going to exchange 12 emails to figure out when we're going to have this meeting. Here's my Calendly link, book the time, and then there's, of course, an email after that with the link and anything that he needs to know to prepare. Number 7 of the marketing mix of these new 3 kind of that were added is process. Process refers to anything like I just described with Calendly. We have a process of how someone schedules a meeting with me. You have a process of how people sign up for your class or your offering. And when you think through that experience from the lens of your avatar, man, you can knock that out of the park. You definitely can compete on process if you think through the lens and know what systems you can use and how to create an experience within the process of booking for your class. For example, when you listen to this podcast, what is the process of how you found out about it? What is the process for clicking on show notes? Is it easy? Is it seamless? How about the title? How about the graphics? Those are all things that can be included in your process that you can compete on, that can be part of your marketing strategy. So to return to the first question that we're answering before I get into a legit example, we're answering how to price your fitness offer. But before you can just come up with a number out of the air, there are actually things that we've listed so far to help you get there. And number one is, what is your time worth? Number two, what is your goal? Number three, who do you serve? Number four, what are the 4 Ps of the marketing mix? Now, the 7, if you will. That brings us to our pricing options. I am going to share some. There are plenty of pricing options out there. We're going to keep this simple. I am very good at breaking things down to make them simple and understandable. If you do want more information on this or help pricing out your offer, all you have to do is reach out to me. So part of our process is that you can reach out to me. You can find us on Instagram at FitTech University, shoot me a DM and just say, hey, I want help with pricing my offer. And Olivia will send you a calendar invite from Calendly. You'll pick a time and that's what we'll work on. It can be intimidating, but I promise you, when we break it down like this, one thing at a time, I can help you. You can do this. We can forecast together. And it can be maybe a little bit uncomfortable to forecast, I want to make X in a year, but you know what? You're worth it. If you're listening to this podcast, you're someone who's looking for that extra education because you do want more out of how you serve, right? And you do deserve to be compensated for that. So whatever thoughts you're having, come back to you're worth it. You are amazing, and you are doing this, and you're meant to do this. Okay? Now, let's go with one more pricing option other than the single, the block, and the monthly unlimited, and that's the upsell opportunity. The upsell opportunity would be, say you're teaching a group fitness class. The upsell opportunity is into personal training, meaning you upsell. You're offering them something that is a higher price point than what they're currently in. Let me give you a concrete example. Someone is in your pumped up strength class, right? And you can see that they are not squatting correctly. And of course, if they're not squatting correctly, they're probably not lunging correctly. And so you are not able to effectively help them virtually during a virtual group fitness class, but you know that they're headed for trouble, right? Their knees are over their toes, they're lifting their heels, they're bowing in their squat, whatever it is. They're not keeping their head up. Whatever it is that's going on with their squat and lunge, you're clocking it, right? You see it. Here's the opportunity. You identify that problem for them in a nice way because you're a nice person. You say, you have this challenge. Hey, Becky, can you hang on Zoom after the class for a minute? Becky stays on. And you say, hey, Becky, I notice that with your squat, I'm noticing your heels come up. Do you feel that, Becky? And she'll say, oh, yeah. So you've identified the problem for Becky. Next, you would identify that you have the solution. You can say, I really want to help you. And within the group fitness class virtually, I'm not able to give you the attention that you deserve. I'm confident that we can solve this in about 3 one-on-one sessions. Do you think that you could give me that opportunity to do that? Oh my gosh, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely, Becky. I can send you the investment on that, and then you can just book those sessions with my Calendly link. It's super easy, and I really just think it's 3 sessions to get this taken care of. And I do want to let you know, Becky, that I'm not here to sell you on anything. I'm here to take care of you. And my fear, Becky, is that if we don't get this taken care of, you're going to end up with knee problems. And I would feel terrible as your coach if I knew this was a problem and allowed it to go on. So I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to take care of you. And it's only going to take 3 sessions. You see what I did there? You could do that. Because when you come across genuinely, and I know you mean it, you want to take care of Becky, you want to make sure her knees are not over her toes because she's headed for trouble, especially when she picks up weights. You have identified the problem, you've identified the solution, you've identified the benefits of it, and you've identified the risk of not doing it. Those are all ways to sell without selling. And when you sell without selling, it's because you've identified a problem that you have the solution to. And there is nothing wrong with that. That's why you're there. You are there to take care of your person. Let's go through a concrete example with numbers. And that will close this episode out of how to price your offer. Let's pretend, number 1, when you decide what your time is worth, that was the first thing we said to do at the beginning, that you've decided all in to create this workout, your level of expertise, all the things is $100, okay? $100. Next, you have decided that your goal is $200 per class. That might seem high, that might seem low, I'm not sure to you, but let's say you are looking to make $200 per class. Your time is worth $100, you're looking to make $200. The third thing you have to decide is who you serve. You serve the 9:30 mom crew. Okay, they have kids, they got ready for school, the kid went to school. 9:30 mom crew, she wants to work on herself. She wants to feel better about herself, but she also wants community, right? She has kids, so she has a budget, right, in theory, and she's managing a lot. So she's at home at 9:30, right? Is she working? Is she working from home remotely? This is a whole new ballgame, right? Where full-time moms can work at home and probably fit in an hour of fitness. But for the sake of this example, let's pretend that she's the most amazing home domestic engineer you've ever met. And by home domestic engineer, I mean she's not working a W-2 job. She is working as an amazing mom, wife. She's the operations manager of her household. You factor that into her budget, your goal, and how you're going to price this. The fourth part is the 4 P's of marketing, right? Now there are 7 in theory. And virtual fitness is now a very highly competitive environment, right? There's the corporate virtual fitness offerings. I'm not going to name them right now, but there are a lot of independent instructors that are not going back to gyms. They want to work on their own and keep all of their income. But the flip side of gyms not taking half of their income or however much is that you have to market yourself on your own, right? You have to use all the income that you're getting to keep from your clients, but you need to reinvest that into your marketing. Because if you don't market right now, especially in today's competitive virtual fitness world, you are not going to reach the client level, the business level, the growth that I know that you want. If I had not done marketing things to reach you with this podcast, you wouldn't be listening to this. If I didn't invest in paid ads, you would not be listening to this. If I didn't invest my time, my resources to reach you in various ways, you would not be listening to this. So investing in your business is worth it, and I encourage you to do it sooner than later. Number 5, let's go through some more numbers. Let's say with that single pricing offer, you charge $10 per class. Well, if you're looking to pull in $200, then charge $10 per class. How many people would you need? Let's say you need 20 people, right? 10 times 20, that's easy math, right? On average, somebody who's buying a single class will eventually not be there every week. Let's say they come 3 out of 4 times per month. That would be $30 per month. And it's not guaranteed income. They're not locked in. Their emotions at some point are going to take over. And especially with the 9:30 mom crew, their kids are going to have something that comes up and they are not going to make it. My question for you is, do you have a cancellation fee? Next, if you have a block of classes, let's say now it's $9 per class. They can buy 3 classes. That's $27 per month from this one person. How many people would you need? You would need 22 people to achieve a $200 profit off of that class. Do you think you can find 22 people? And then lastly, the unlimited. If they do unlimited per month, that brings it down to $6.25 per class, and 4 classes would be $25 a month. You would need 32 people to take advantage of that unlimited offer. Can you find 32 people? When you think about these 3 offerings, the single, the block of classes, the unlimited, which one has the highest ROI for you? And ROI means return on investment. You're investing your time, your resources, you've decided what your time is worth, and then what you want to get in return. Which one has the highest return on investment? I can't answer that, the numbers will, but you need to be asking yourself that. And then also consider which one can you sell. Selling is by serving, right? And then you have to also consider that upsell opportunity. How much of that upsell opportunity to help someone to also help you generate income to get to those financial goals, how much of that are you willing to invest in? Let's bring it home. How to price your fitness offering. It's not just pulling numbers out of the air. It's not just deciding randomly, I'm going to charge whatever. There's a process to this. And this was done very high level. If we got in depth even more, we would talk about what are the gyms in your area versus you being virtual. What are the other gyms doing? What are the other fitness instructors doing? What are you willing to invest in your marketing dollars? We didn't put any of that in there. We would if we were doing a full marketing strategy. But again, I want you to know that while you could pick a number out of there and continue to have trial and error, if you will, pricing your offer, it is a tricky thing. So I do encourage you to reach out. I will help you. Find me on Fit Tech University on Instagram. Just DM me, and then my virtual assistant, Olivia, will get you connected with me, and I will help you out. Please go connect with us on Instagram at Fit Tech University. That is the best place to reach us. You can, of course, click the link in bio to get other help, like a resource on how to choose a virtual platform to put your business on. We've done all the research for you on comparing prices and other features. And then lastly, we're a university. We teach courses. We teach courses on how to set up your virtual studio, how to build a marketing plan for your studio, and then how to build your confidence on camera. Those are the 3 main courses. You can find all of that in the link in bio on our Instagram. So please connect with us. Of course, we're putting content on there all the time, and we look forward to building our relationship with you. Because when we build our relationship, we build that know, like, and trust factor, and that's a huge part of marketing, which of course we teach you. Thanks so much, friend. Go connect with us at Fit Tech University on Instagram.